Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Linda from Linda's Stampin' Escape, and this is our Technique Tuesday. I believe it's the 23rd of February, but my calendar down here is still in January. Please, it needs to be at least in May. Oh, wait, not May, because that would mean my retreat is over, so I don't want to go there yet. I want to have a little fun with my stampers this spring. How is everybody this evening? Welcome, welcome. We will give everybody a few minutes to hop on and join us. Hi, Barb. How are you tonight? Ooh, I gotta fix my computer here so I can see everybody popping in. Don't forget to like it or leave a comment or however you want to do it. Just let me know that you were here. I would love it. Tonight we are working with the Floating and Fluttering bundle again. Yes, we did that last week as well, and now we are going to do it again. And I forgot to print out my class, but hi Beth, hi Sandy, hi Deb. All right, everybody's hopping on. I am hosting a class with this bundle, and I am requesting that everybody purchase the bundle. And I have a hostess code, and I will post all that after our live tonight so that you don't miss it. There is a hostess code you need to link to. Once you do that, invitations are then set out for our private class page. So we will be doing that. Hi, Bailey. Oh, my niece is here. She's joining me. Hello, Dawn. How are you? It is a good evening, ladies, isn't it? Ah, yes. It is, it is. If you would have seen me 2 days ago, yeah, it was a little different. Somebody hacked into one of my credit cards. And when you get notices on your phone, on your email, on your Facebook, wherever they could get a hold of me, they did. But they got it all cleared up, and that's amazing. So I'm breathing easier, but don't mind my nails because they look like crap. The hands are a little rough. But that's just because I've been playing down here and getting some stuff created for the class. So here's how this works. You will buy the bundle. Here is the bundle. This is our stamp set and the dies. So let me pull these out so you can get a better look at them. And I know this looks a little weird, but that's because I trace my dies so that I know that I'm not missing any. And if you look closely, this says one die. So that means one die fits in all those little squigglies. Otherwise, I would probably think there were a lot more. So, Bailey says she loves the butterflies. Me too. Does not remind you of Grandma. Mom loved her butterflies. So, that is one reason why I bought this set. And there's a technique out there called floating frame. And although I'm not going to do that tonight, I'm going to show you how these butterflies are cut so that they float. So it's really kind of cool. So that is what we'll be doing. But for the class, you'll be doing other things, and I'm going to show you all the cool things that you can really do with this bundle. So that is what we'll be doing in the class. So you will purchase the bundle with a hostess code, And then if you purchase something else to get you to that $50 level, you can pick out a free celebration item. So we will be shutting. Celebration ends in a couple days on the 28th. I believe that's on Sunday is your last day. So speaking of that, let me grab this. Putting a piece of paper behind it because otherwise it shows through. But this Saturday, the 27th, I will be doing a live event throughout the day for a farewell to celebration party. So come on, it's who doesn't like to party, right? And it is a celebration, so there are many more things that I have to show you. So I thought, what better day than Saturday? I have off of work and we can have some fun. I will post more details later, but it will begin at 10 a.m. in the morning. It will be right here live on Linda's Stampin' Escape. So, again, I'll post more information about this, and I'll post more information about the class, although it's been on my blog a few times. Oh, man. I hope that does not look as ugly on your screen as it did on mine. I see little hearts again. Yay! I have to fix my laptop. It's doing weird stuff on me. Then I can actually join you. This is not letting me. Whoops. Come on. Usually I get this right away. There we go. All right. Now I got something about tattoos on there. Hello, Barb. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Barb Wallish has joined the group. Yay. Our little groups are getting bigger and bigger. I love it. And feel free to, share this with your friends. Tell them to join you on Tuesday nights. I am trying very, very hard not to do any more cancellations. Or, hey, I'll meet you back here on Wednesday. Nah, it's Technique Tuesday, so we're working on that Tuesday. Consistency, that's what we need. So, let's get going here. Again, we're working with floating and fluttering. And these are the dies. Check this one out. So this one actually does embossing. So it'll leave an impression when you cut that out, and then you can use this die here to cut it out totally. So it's really cool looking. Oh, actually, it cuts itself. So it is a double duty die because it will leave those impressions and it will cut itself out. What you see here is two dies that are exactly the same, which is pretty awesome because that means now when I stamp this, I can stamp two images and have them all cut out at the same time. And that is so cool. So let's get this out here. I already have my stamp on the block. They are photopolymer, and I am going to use the Memento ink. Now, this is also a fabulous stamp set if you like to color. Last week we did the Joseph's coat. Remember this one? I don't know where I put my whole card, but this is a little piece of it. Oh, wait a minute. It's right over here. So here's the card we did last week, and that is the Joseph's coat technique, and you can watch that on YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, so everything that I do here on Tuesday nights gets moved over to YouTube. So there is a nice collection of all of them. So if you missed a few, you can go back and see them. If you need a refresher because you want to do that technique, hop on over to YouTube. It is also called Linda's Stampin' Escape. You can find me on there and just watch my YouTube videos. So let's get this one out of the way and start stamping. Again, we are using the Memento ink, and it doesn't matter which way you push this down. I'm just going to hold it on there for a minute so that it soaks up my ink and gives me a beautiful, and this is why you use the Stamparatus. But because I'm using black, I can go back in with my Stampin' Right marker, which I'm going to sneak over here and pull. And you can always go back in and just color that in. So I will do that after I get my other coloring done. I don't want to make a mess. This time I make sure I got all my butterflies and leaves inked nicely. I should have a pad underneath here. That would give me a little bit better image when I'm stamping. Remember, these are photopolymer. They don't have the cushion that our regular ones do. So let's put this right over here and get that on there. Ah, much better. Yep, you just need a little bit of cushion on there. All right, so I'm going to start with this one. And this stamp set is created so that you can do coloring on it. You could do sponge techniques, all sorts of stuff. Our Joseph's coat you saw us do. But it's also a two-step stamp. And a lot of times when we do two-step, I'm going to grab another ink pad here. You would use 2 ink pads. So you can see I have the Highland Heather here and Gorgeous Grape. But tonight, I'm going to focus on those of you who don't have 50 ink pads. You only got 10 maybe. And so far you're starting out in your, favorite colors. So that's where I'm heading with this. And I got a scrap piece of paper here, as you can see. And we're going to stamp off. That way you can use 1 ink pad, but get 2 layers of colors. So our first one here, we're just going to stamp that butterfly off. And we're going to line him up. It's nice and easy to line up when you're working with these photopolymers. So we're going to do that. We're going to do both of our butterflies right away. Stamp off again. Now I want to show you something else you can do. Like a little rock and roll technique. You can add just a little bit of color to the tips. They call it rock and roll. We're just going to add a little bit of color to the very tips of that. Now we're going to push that down. There we go. See, you got a little bit of color in there. All right. Now we're going to take the second stamp. Your bold images are always stamped with the lighter color. And in this case tonight, we're stamping off. Although we're using the same color, it's going to be lighter because you took some of the ink off. So the bold one is always lighter. And then, remember the 2 Ds? The dark one is always the detailed stamp. So your detail stamp always goes in the darker color. And although it's not really a darker color, you're not stamping off, so it's going to appear darker. See how pretty that is? Gives us our little dots. I'm going to ink that up nice. And I hope I do not stick my head in the camera so you guys can see very good. There we go. So now this is our Highland Heather. I'm going to pull this one out here. And I'm going to pull in the Calypso Coral. Now, originally when I did the two-step, before I decided that I liked the lighter colors with my butterfly and I got a little darker, and I'll show you what that looks like later, I used the Calypso Coral with terracotta tile. Turned out kind of cool, so I will definitely be showing you that. Get a little bit of that color on there. And I see I did my little cookie cutter effect and got a little spotch of ink there. Not to worry, because we are going to be cutting that off. There we go. So we got our first layer on, and now our second one. So remember, the first layer to stamp off, so you get a lighter color, and then we are going to put this one on full strength. Flip it. The only thing about using this as my pad is it doesn't allow my paper to slide easily. Kind of holds that paper down. All right, so Calypso Coral, we're going to put that away for now. And then, if you guys haven't noticed, we're using almost the same colors we did as last week, except for I switched out the Magenta Madness for this nice soft Calypso Coral. So, ink off here. Now this one here, look at how pretty that color is. Oh, these look so pretty. And, you know, get creative. You can use whatever 3 colors you want. You can Google it if you want to see what 3 colors look the best together. I mostly use nature as my guide, because who knows color better than God, right? Whoever the creator of our universe is, they did a beautiful job. All right, so that is a little trick to do two-step stamping when you don't have a lot of ink pads. Remember, your first bold image, you are going to ink up, stamp off, and then stamp on your image. And then the detailed ones, you're going to go with full color, which will make it darker. So now you've got some pretty little butterflies here. And I am going to grab my, now they do have coordinating stamps, but I am just going to brush in some color here with my Stampin' blends, of course. So the stamping would go easy, but I just wanted to show you that, you know, you can bring your markers out. And it doesn't have to be just the Stampin' blends. You could bring, you know, your regular markers out, or bring out your watercolor pencils and give this a beautiful watercolor effect. That would look really nice too. Coloring kind of soothes the soul. You know, when our kids get a little rowdy when they were little, we always gave them colors and coloring books, and it always settled them down. It was so nice. Now, if they would only do that when they were bigger. So, we have all of our butterflies colored. And now I want to add some Wink of Stella. But I have a new one here tonight, so I want to show you the difference. See the difference in these two? This one does not have this little black thing. And that little black thing is just, you open and you take that off. You will discard that. And then you're going to twist this back in. Okay, and that is what's going to get that flow for you. Now it just pierced that. So before this, it was captured in here, and it won't dry out because this was holding it from being what's the word? Released into your pen. Oh, goodness. Don't squeeze too hard because that'll happen. All right. I don't want that much. We just want a light little coloring. It's not coloring, it's just adding some sparkle, isn't it? And I don't know if Vicky's on here today, but I do believe it's Vicky's birthday. So she's probably out to eat with her husband. But happy birthday, Vicky. Oh no, look at, even I get quiet when I color. So, sorry. You just really get drawn into this, don't you? So, I'm also going to be playing around. I've been working with them. So like I said, get your watercolor pencils out. That looks really pretty. It's quick and easy. Great little project for the kids. You know, they can use them watercolor pencils and the blending pens, and they're not going to make a big old mess. So maybe they can make grandma a card or something. We have Easter's coming up. Butterflies are so pretty at Easter time. There we go. See, that doesn't take long. So now we got all of our butterflies winked up with Stella. Okay. And now we're going to grab our dies, which I probably set aside over here. So like I said, there's 2 of them, so I can cut both of these at the same time. So they fit on here nice and snug. So you're just going to align that like that. Don't worry, that is not going to cut off. If you see little areas that look like it's going to cut it off, it's not. It just gets super close, but it's going to leave a space. So I'm going to take this. Oh yes, I wanted to show you that other butterflies here with the darker colors. So they are pretty too. This one actually looks a lot like a monarch. So this is with the terracotta tile. This is with the gorgeous grape. And this is with Bermuda Bay with our other 3 colors. So almost called that orchid opulence. Now you know I've been in Stampin' a while. All right, let's get this out of here. All right. So we go from this to this. So I'm going to bring this in. And that's my, if I stamp crooked, I need to have something to redo my greeting on. So we're going to pull this off, and then you can see how this all comes apart. And how easy it is going to be to get those butterflies to float. So let's start getting our stuff together here. So we got our butterflies all cut out. There we go. And I'm going to bring this in here. Linda does not want to lose that die. Just because I have a spare doesn't mean I want to lose it. It's so pretty. I just love this set. And take your favorite colors and work with them. If you like pinks and blues, do that. If you like the color of nature more, and, you know, just go crazy and do whatever you want. All right. So now I just got, this is our basic card base, the 8.5 by 5.5. And then you're going to score and fold at 4 1/4. So it's your regular A2 size card. And then this white piece here, which will be popped up, is 5 inches by 3 3/4. So it just gives you a nice bold base, but it's white on white. which is also what our butterflies are. So as you can see there, this is how we're going to get them to float. So let's put this over here. And I am going to take this one and probably move him right about over here. Now, this is the playing part. This is where you're going to discover where you want to go with some of this stuff. Are we going to trim anything off? I am. On this one, I'm going to trim right here. And the way they designed this die, when we trim, it leaves a decent edge on everything. We don't have to go back and fussy cut everything. It's just a little trim off of there and you're all set. So this one's going to go this way. Now we got an extra little butterfly. The only thing I have to clean up is just a little bit by his antenna, which isn't much. And if you want to get that blunt edge off of there, just do a little trim right there. All right, and I'm actually going to take that off, and you can't even really see that. And we're going to put our butterfly up here. So now I'm kind of moving those colors around so they're not quite all in one spot. Do you know what I mean? So here we go. I like this tipped better that way. I'm going to tip this way. So now our colors are getting a little movement. They're not all stagnant. Get this guy. He's going to come up from the top. Think that looks good? You're getting awful quiet. Ooh, we got some pretty colors and that looks so pretty. Yay, we're getting there. All right. So yeah, you're just going to move this around and it's okay if you go off the paper and it's okay if you trim that off when you go up there too. I need to fit my little greeting on here, so I'm just going to tuck this up here. All right. We are going to pull back our coastal cabana. We're going to ink this up. We're just going to send a little hello. Yes. It came out straight. I'm so happy. But that's what this little piece of paper was for. This little scrap I just kept handy in case I got that skewed a little bit one way or the other. I could stamp this and then punch it out with maybe an oval, or I could just trim it down. But either way, you know, we don't make mistakes in stamping. We only embellish or, you know, just little fix-its we do. All right. Now we are going to start getting our butterflies to pop. And when this is all together, you guys are just going to love this. You know what? Now that I have my hello on here, it's never too late to change, is it, ladies? That's our prerogative. Isn't that what we were told? It's our prerogative to change our mind. So there we go. I like that a little better. And then I can bring this in here. Let's get these butterflies floating. All right. So our little dimensionals. Actually, I'm using the big ones right now. And I will pull the little ones in. Who knows? I might have to jump up and get another pack. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to bring the little ones down in here. Isn't it cool that they gave us two sizes now? I just love this. Bring this one down in there. And it evens it out so nicely. I'm going to put that one right there. It's going to bridge but won't be seen. Don't you like my little deer stuck in here? Oh man. He's got his toes on that and he's not giving it up. So it's all his, I guess. So how is everybody's week going so far? It is Tuesday. I had off of work yesterday. That was nice too. Although not necessarily for a good reason. One of my co-workers lost her mom this past week, so I took her shift. And Saturday was their cleaning out of the house day. We all know how that is, don't we? Well, not all of you do, but so just sending her hugs. There we go. Let's get our little butterfly right there. See how that floats? Oh, I love it. If some of you know me, I like to pick out cards that I can figure out ways to make them easier. And that floating frame, I'm still kind of working on that one. But when I saw this stamp set, I thought, this is really close to that floating frame technique without actually doing the floating frame. Because there's a few steps in there. And I will do that someday, I promise. It can get a little technical, but this is just makes this so easy. And if you're good with this, why mess with that other one? I'm bad. I always had my friend Ann. She was the one that liked to putz. She was the one that always did the little fancy boxes and stuff like that. And I always waited for Stampin' Up! To come out with the dies that made the boxes. It's just easier. Sometimes we just don't have the time. But if you do, go for it. All right, now we're going to float these butterflies. I can get that backing off that one. The rest are coming off nice and easy. This is so pretty. We're doing white on white tonight, but you could most definitely put a pop of color behind there if you'd like. I just think there's something stunning about white on white, and our butterflies are the focal point, so we're going to give them all the attention tonight with being the colored, I should say. Deb is saying she loves the card already. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I love sitting here chatting with you. I am right now definitely still in the planning mode for retreat. I have not canceled. Just missing everybody too much, and I see other big gatherings going around, so I am going to see if we can still host it, and I'm going to try my darndest to get there, and then I am going to work like heck to make sure everybody is still safe. All right, so let's get this butterfly on. I love how these two are coming. Look at that. And this guy's going to go right there. It's kind of like putting a little puzzle together, don't you think? Just putting it all together. You could even get another piece here if you had an extra one cut. If I was going to do a bunch of these, I would just cut them all out, or, stamp them and color them and then cut them out and then just start creating a bunch of cards. And I'll bet you most of them won't look alike. No, he was supposed to go up here. But did you see me? I wanted that one down there. Okay, I'm going to put this here. But I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to trim this piece off. And I want to see if I can just Ha ha ha. There he goes. He looks really good there. Now, any pieces that you have hanging over, we're just going to snip off that little bit. Oh, wow. See that? That is the floating. And the reason they call the other technique that floating frame is because this is all it would be cut out. So I haven't tried to do that yet with just with this piece here, but you never know, ladies. I might. All right. For those of you who don't know what to do with your edges, this is my favorite thing right here. I take those nice wide edges off of here and I stick them in my corners. And it's okay if you leave them in there. Remember how we used the solid piece? That works really nice too. And I will probably be using the rest of these dimensionals tonight. Excuse me. So I'm going to get this in here. And I'm going to put that one right there. Cut this in half. I am so happy that dimensionals are a fun yet inexpensive way to jazz up our projects. And do I always put this many on? No, not always. But I kind of got in that habit of using those nice big pieces and there's no drooping back there. So Stampin' Up, if you're listening, if you make big sheets, I'll bet you there's a lot of us that would use the big sheets. Especially if you want to mail something like this, then the post office will not squoosh your card. They won't be able to because there'll be a nice full pad behind it. So I do believe those would fit behind one of these, just a little trimming. That would be a lot easier than picking all the backs off of these now, wouldn't it? Yes, we would go whoosh, whoosh, 2 little pulls and we'd have everything taken care of. Oh no, we do not want to be upside down with those beautiful butterflies. There we go. Wow. That is it, ladies. Unless you think we should be putting these in. I got little $20 as one of them tabs ends up in my living room floor somewhere tonight. Okay, we could add these nice little gorgeous grape pearls. These come from the geranium set. Not geranium, hydrangeas. I'm sorry. Well, there you go, Stampin' Up. We could use some other stuff too. All sorts of flowers. I don't know. What do you think? Ladies, do you think we should be putting these on, or do you think our butterflies are good just the way they are? I'm not putting this on. See that? It just turns out so pretty. And Stella, she's just got it. Stella's got it going. I don't know if I don't know. I'm going to say no on the pearls for this card. I think the butterflies do it all. Beth says less is more. Yes, ladies, I'm agreeing with you. Everybody's like, doesn't need the gems. I agree. I just need to tuck a little piece down under here and then that's all set. But that's it, ladies. That is how easy this beautiful set is to work with. So you got this card so far. So these videos will also be in the classroom. Remember, it's a virtual classroom, but it'll be a private room where the people who sign up for the class will be going. So not only will they get to do the live class, but they will also get a review with all of these. So if they haven't seen these videos yet, they will get to see these videos as well, plus their class. So if you are interested in taking that class, let me know. Shoot me an email. I can answer any questions you may have. And don't forget, we're going to have a party. It's not on a special page this time, ladies. So just meet me back here at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and we'll party. So I will list the times when I'm going live. I have a brand new stamp set. Actually, it's a bundle that I haven't shown at all yet that I will be sharing with you on Saturday. So thank you for all your lovely comments and your little floating hearts. Those are cool with the floating butterflies. I love it. And yep, like, comment, share, whatever you want. Don't forget that will get you in the drawing for our prizes. And I have one today. I actually have two. We're going to spin twice today because Kathy messaged me and told me, oh, where did I put them? We had the little resin hearts yesterday, right? And not yesterday, last week, Tuesday. And we drew for those, and Kathy won the resin hearts. And she said she already has some, so I should pick someone else. So that is what we're going to do. So we are going to spin tonight for the resin hearts. So we'll do that one first. Let's go into the full screen so everybody can see. I'll tip this up. Let me move that down. There we go. All right. So we will spin for the resin hearts. Chris Harmson. Congratulations, Chris. I have to get this written down, ladies. We do not want to forget. So Chris gets the hearts. And resin hearts. Okay. And then we're going to take Chris's name out of here and we're going to spin one more time. And this one is for a sampling of the pearls we were going to use tonight, but didn't. So Olivia Hill. Congratulations, Olivia. Woo! She's got the hydrangea pearls. All right. Can't forget this. Don't want to do that. I have that sitting right here on my stamp set. Again, ladies, I appreciate you coming in and joining me this evening. It is so much fun to have you with me. Would be no fun talking to myself, right? So, like I said, comment, like, share, and get your name in the drawing for next week. And I will see you back here on Saturday. And again, if you have any questions, I'll be posting the information on the class, our butterfly class, and I will post more information on the farewell to celebration party. Thank you, ladies. You have yourself a beautiful evening. And a quick thank you to my friend Sandy and her daughters, Carrie and Kelly. So, appreciate you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you again. Bye-bye.